I have just a quick teaser slash update sort of thing that I wanted to film and get out there. I am spending some time right now at the Royal Armouries, the National Firearms Centre in Leeds, England, and they have so many fantastic guns here that it's honestly kind of overwhelming. We've spent pretty much this whole week doing film on a whole slew of really cool guns, thanks to Ares, Armament Research Services, who made it possible for me to come and visit. And there's absolutely the opportunity for me to come back again. And it's going to take like 100 lifetimes to go through all of the cool stuff that they have in here. But I did want to just do a quickie video here to show you some of the things that I didn't have a chance to do this time that, thanks to Patreon, I will be able to do when I come back here next time. So we can start with British experimental submachine guns. Pretty cool. And you've got the DNA core sampler bayonet there on the front. They have all of the British experimental submachine guns, basically. That is a BSA design there. We have experimental US sort of harmonica slide magazine fed version of the M203 grenade launcher, or the M79 grenade launcher. That's pretty slick, and this weighs like nothing because it's got a magnesium barrel on it too. 9mm well rod, although that's not particularly exotic in the light of some of the other things, like an MKB-42W. This is the the competitor to the MKB-42H. This has this really goofy annular gas piston system, one of the very early Sturmgewehrs. There are only like 200 of these ever made. Definitely need to take a closer look at that one. People sometimes wonder why there weren't more guns made in .30 carbine. Well, here's an example of one. It's a Beretta Model 50 in .30 carbine. Levered delayed, if I recall correctly, but of course I haven't had a chance to take that apart yet. Here is a really iconic thing that people are going to recognize from pictures, I suspect. This is an AK-53. It is a Swiss developmental prototype rifle, and it is a blow forward action. Extremely unusual. It's the only blow forward rifle that I am aware of. Not everything here is mechanically super obscure and weird. They also have collectively obscure and weird and extremely rare guns like Finnish issue sniper rifles. This one being, I believe, an M27 sniper. Extremely unusual, basically impossible to find in the US, but it is here. Oh, how about the Shrem prototype British sort of bullpup. Actually, it is technically a bullpup sniper's rifle, where the pistol grip is the bolt handle. Didn't have a chance to take a look at this one. Too many other things going on. Oh, this thing. It's basically a Sterling rifle, a Sterling submachine gun, but in .308. The very first time I was able to come here many years ago, I got some pictures of this and posted them. And I've had a lot of people asking for video of this and like more detailed explanation of what this thing is and how it works. And with all the other stuff we were doing here this week, we just didn't have a chance to get to it. Let's see. Oh, this is cool. This is the Spanish Armouries. It's basically a little 5.56 compact version of the MG42. Pretty high rate of fire, used by the Spanish military. Really cool. I'd love to dig into one of these, and I will have the chance to next time. We have a very early developmental FAL. I believe this one is in .280 caliber. The early handguards, the early style of lower receiver where there's actually a plate there that comes off to access the fire control parts. And let's see, I think I only have one left here on the rack of cool stuff that we didn't have a chance to get to, and that would be the Madsen 308 self-loading rifle. Got a lot of questions about this. This is another one that I'd love to do a video on. They're extremely rare. I don't know that there are really any other than the ones here and some in Denmark. But this was an experimental possibility of a rifle that was advertised and developed by Madsen, but then never actually put into production. So, And, you know, there's so much other stuff here I can't even really describe its volume. We've got one random modern Panzerfaust anti-tank rocket back there, the opportunities for handguns, which we didn't even touch, and so much more. I am really looking forward to coming back here again, and it is really thanks to Patreon that makes it possible for me to do this kind of traveling. So a very big thank you to Patreon for allowing me the flexibility to come do things like this, and in this particular case to Ares for arranging the connections to get me back in here to do some filming. So thank you very much to everyone who's helped, and I look forward to another series of videos from the National Firearms Centre in Leeds. You guys really do have, like, every single type of firearm action I've ever even heard of. This is pretty phenomenal. I mean, the only thing missing from this would be like a freaking pulse rifle. What? Oh. I stand corrected. There was like a freaking M41A pulse rifle from Aliens, screen used, recovered directly from the surface of LV-426.